Hand one, North is the dealer. And North is going to, with a 4-4-4-1 mini Roman shape. I don't know if any of you play the two diamond to show a mini Roman. There was a Flanner we talked about the other day. There's so many different things that they use two diamonds for. But in this case, it's going to be just one diamond. And over to the east, they've got some good values here. They've got a 5-4-2-2. Only thing better than that is a 5-4-3-1. And look at the spades. King, queen, 10, 5 times. A loverly suit. Outside ace double 10, queen double 10. Not so much on the diamonds. But queen, jack, 9, 4th. I like that club suit a lot. So, yeah, you're just going to make a one spade overcall, and to the south hand. South, where are you, south? Come on, south. I see a south somewhere. South. Okay, there we go. Whew. South is a 4-4-3-2 in hearts. King, queen, 4 times. Spades, 9-8, but that's their bid suit. Forget that. And in clubs, ace, 10, 8, 4 times. So, yeah, you cannot come in at the 2 level. You know, take away one of these clubs and make it a heart, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I might bid it with 9 points and a king, queen, 5th. I would play it as a 10-pointer, but here I don't have a bid, but I should not be passing. And since I have 4 cards in the other major, I am making the famous negative double. East is saying, meh, I've got nothing. Over to our partner in the north. Remember, north had that 4 hearts. And so they're like, oh, okay, you're promising 4 hearts here. Or you have got some kind of a really big hand going in. You know, if you double and then Q-bid the opponent's suit, you know, you double first and then your partner does something and then you Q-bid the opponent's suit. Double and a Q-bid is always like, hey, that's slam going now. If you double and Q-bid, so it could be a different type of hand, but 90% of the time plus, it's going to be where it's just a takeout. So it's a double and then partner goes 2 hearts. Is that a reverse? No, your partner has said, I insist you bid something. We're not penalizing one spade. It's not like back in the early 1900s when every double was for penalty. So yeah, they broke the barrier to a new level in a higher ranking soon they started, but we forced them to do it. So this is not considered a reverse. So should now the east bid 2 spades? Let's take a look at that east hand again. King, queen, 10, 5 times. No, I don't think so. You know, let partner come in if they've got some extras, because we're in the direct seat. And when you're in the direct seat, you ought to have some extra values. I do believe. I wouldn't say that somebody has never done that before, but no, this is... I just don't like that queen doubleton in the diamonds too awfully much. If you made it ace queen in the heart suit, I'd feel a little better. But no, just going to pass. And okay, I'm going to show all 4 hands. And south hand. South, do you want to bid again? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, if my partner had done 3 spades, I'll go to, or 3 hearts, I'll go to 4 hearts, but they're not inviting, which sounds like they're a minimum. Remember, the minimum opener's hand is like 12 to 14 points, and that's kind of what they have. And north, you're not too really happy about this ace, jack, 4 times of spades when you heard your lefty bid that suit. It's like, well, so much for that ace jack. I don't see much going on there. I just hope they don't rough that suit. I'm happy that at least it's not queen jack 4 times. At least I've got the topper for the first time around. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. I see Grace is clicking, so I guess you're going to have some stuff here for me in a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and play this puppy out. So it's going to play in 2 hearts, and the opening lead will be a king of spades. And the dummy is going to be in the south hand. Yes, Grace?
Did you want to invite a call in?
Yes, I do want to invite a call in.
Alrighty, well that line is open. If anybody would like to call in, make sure to turn down your speakers and dial in to 563-999-2185. Operators will be standing by.
Okay. And yeah, you can kibitz with me on some of these hands if you'd like to. I don't think I'm going to have too many tough questions on this one today. Although I will say I've some of these I've modified the play a little bit back from 9 years ago to have something.
Howard from
A
Philadelphia.
little more. Hey, Howard. Good to have you here today.
Welcome.
How are you
Hello.
doing?
Fine.
Good. Well, thanks for joining. Okay, so on this first hand, we've just made the opening lead, and the dummy is in the south. The East had led from the King, Queen, 10, 5 times. So, okay, we've won the trick, and we can see that we've got this club thing, don't we? Singleton club, and pretty hard to get rid of a diamond loser. It'd be nice if they
Well, I see you have a problem with you have 3 spades in your hand, and you can't ruff them because you know that East started with 5, so that means at this point West has only 1 spade.
5 or more. Yes.
Declare knows that, so I'm not sure what you're going to do about the spade losers at this point. That would be my concern.
Yeah, okay. That's a very good point. And so we will take a look and see how this line of play works and let you comment. So thank you for that. Okay, so as Howard said, is that, are we going to be roughing some spade losers, or, we've just missing the ace. Hopefully it's not a 4-4-4-1 suit, but it does happen 25% of the time, so we shouldn't discount that completely. So let's see what this declare does. They played a heart, 1 round of heart, and sniffs out a little bit to say, oh, the ace didn't come. Somebody was reticent to play. I hope they're not 4-4-4-1. Sometimes when this happens, like, uh-oh, what's going to happen next? But at least we have, the sequence with the Jack 10-9. Thank you for that. So they don't want to take it. So they say, nope, they're going to go ahead and try a second time. And thank goodness. It almost kind of made sense, because when you took a look at our values from north and south, 9 opposite about 14, and there was an overcall. Yeah, ostensibly they're not going to be 6 points most of the time, or if they were, then why didn't West come in? So, okay, they took that, and they don't really want to play a spade too much now. It's like, So, I guess that...
if they play the queen
Howard,
of spades...
excuse me, Howard. Let me finish a little bit.
Oh,
Don't
sorry.
interject me all the time. Once in a while is fine,
I'm
but
sorry.
when I'm in the middle of a sentence, I'd like to finish, please. And I want you to come in, for sure, but just let me finish. Thank you. So, with the Queen, Jack, 9, 4 times of clubs, and seeing the dummy, might ostensibly play the Queen and see what happens. And South goes up with the ace, or North does on South's behalf, which is an error. We'll talk about that in a second. But if you think about it, it looks like, I don't think it's going to be Queen Jack or Queen Little or something like that, but it looks like it's a sequence suit to me, because up in the north we have just a singleton. So when they've got Queen Jack, and I think probably a 9, because we have the 10, it looks like they've got a Queen Jack 9 is what I'm suspecting. And you want to take the last of the touching honors, as I'll show you in a moment, or it may cost you a trick. So, okay, fine. They were looking for a play, and they didn't want to play spades. And us in the north hand, we get it, because we've got Jack and 3 others. So it looks like a 5-3-3-2. They didn't rebid spades. I think they would have if they would have had 6-card suit, and they wouldn't let us play in 2 hearts. That's the way I would feel about the hand. So, okay, the King of Hearts, we get that last heart out, and so we obviously can do a ruff in the spade suit, but let's see how they play it next. A diamond up to the ace, King, play it. No, they weren't going to be 3-3. Nice try. So, okay, a King of Clubs, and roughed in, and playing our diamond, and we can ruff there. And we've got our 8 tricks, and that's going to be about it. So, Howard, you had something you wanted to make, a point, so I want to go back there. I'm more than happy to answer your question or get your input there. Go ahead.
Well, I was thinking, why would the defender not want to lead the Queen of Spades? But I think actually, on second thought, the defender only has the 8 of trump left at that point. I was thinking that the defender could force out the king of trump, but I guess at that point it doesn't matter because you still have the jack 10. I'm talking about after, I guess it was around trick 3. Like you started with the king of spades, declare takes it with the ace, and then I think then after one trump, and then on the third trick he has to take the ace of trump. So after East takes the ace of trump, the question was why not leave the queen of spades instead of the queen of clubs?
It might be right, and I guess hopefully on trick 1, I didn't discuss this, but hopefully we're kind of watching the signals. And was 7 low? Do they have that many? Do they have 5 of spades in north? I think they would probably bid no trump.
I guess if 8 is the only trump left, it doesn't do a whole lot of good because I was thinking, okay, a queen of spades, and then you play the 10 of spades, and I guess declare could even ruff with the king because he knows that the 8 is the only remaining trump. So I guess that's not really well.
Let me continue on a little bit. I really don't want to spend too much on each of these line of play, but good points. But I realize I made one mistake here. When we play in no trump here is when you don't go up with the ace. And I said, don't want to go up with the ace here. That was an error. It will be on the next hand. I was just getting a little bit ahead of myself. So I apologize for that. But if you would please, let me go to where, they're just not playing the negative doubles and don't quite understand them so much. So north is like, well, after opening one diamond, then it goes one spade, and south, whatever they do, it's misunderstood. And north is like, well, hey, I've got ace jack 4 times, and so I'm just going to play in one no trump. So little different here. Now the lead is still going to be the same from king queen 10, and with the outside ace of hearts, you're kind of excited about that you've got some entries to this hand. So you lead the king, and it goes with an 8 and 9. Once again, the south hand is still dummy. And it's the 6, and you're like, is that low? Oh, there's a 2 I see, and there's a 3 still out. Who's got the 3? And so you agonize for a bit, and you wonder, is it, who's got the jack? And there's something called the Bath coup. The Bath coup is when, in opposite a no trump contract where you have ace jack and they lead the king. And so this is one where, you would kind of like, make them guess. And if they play it again, thank you very much. You're going to get both the ace and the jack rather than get finessed if your right-hand opponent, West in this case, gets in. So they think for a good bit, which is fine. Trick 1, you should take extra time once you see the dummy and start saying, what is going on here? I've only got 2 hearts, and they didn't play in 2 hearts, and so I'm going to switch to the club, I guess, and see what my partner's got there. So they switch to the queen, and this is where it is a mistake to go up with the ace, as I'll show in the next variation of this, because if they have Queen Jack 10, you would like something to happen with this 10 and 8. Your tennis is behind ostensibly their tennis is there. So you can maybe make the contract, but you're missing an over trick. And if you're playing match points, you just really want every trick you can get. So okay, you see where, oh gosh, we missed the heart fit partner, but let's go ahead and promote the heart suit. So they win with the ace right away, and they continue the clubs. And the partner did have the king and played 8 this time. Interesting, but okay. So they come back with a spade from the other side, and it was nice that East did not continue with the second spades, being suspicious that maybe North had the jack. I mean, after all, they did bid one no trump, right? They have to have more than just the ace. So, okay, so thank you for that trick. East, I'm glad you got in at least one time. I was wondering if you were ever going to get in, but thank you. And you really don't want to play the spade because they still got that ace-jack lurking over there. So, all right, at this point, it's going to be a diamond. And oops, I went a little bit too fast, excuse me. The queen of diamonds, thinking maybe my partner's got something to diamond, because these other suits, the black suits, do not look too happy. And we can see they're trying to promote hearts anyway. So one with the ace from the ace king. Yeah, go ahead and false card. Make them wonder who's got the king. And playing the jack of hearts, another heart. We see a spades pitched over by the east hand, and another heart, and they're both pitching diamonds. Okay, thank you very much. And let's see, we've got 5 tricks to the king. Okay, they've still got 1 diamond left that's above us. And we'll take our ace, and we're going to sign off. So 7 tricks. Now, Howard, did you have something on this hand you wanted to speak about? Okay, I'll go on to hand number variations.
Not on this hand, no.
Okay, so we're going to go to part number C. We're going to show how it should have been played here. And this is about a previous lesson, Last of Touching Honors. One no trump again. He should have been in 2 hearts, but you didn't know about negative doubles. So, okay, that's the price of poker. So they lead the king of diamonds once again. And it's a duck, and they once again switch to the queen. And this time, very smartly, South just plays low. Even though it's a singleton in the north hand, they play the little because they think, if it's queen, from queen jack 9, because we've got the ace 10 8, let's go ahead and see what they do next. And they played the jack, and so that will definitely cost them a trick. We're going to get an over trick. You see the little plus we've got. We're going to make more than 1 no trump. If we play this right, we can get 2 no trump, and it's pretty straightforward play from here. So play a heart, let them get their ace. They're not going to play spades. Yeah, they get their king, fine, but our 10 has now been promoted. Woohoo! So they play the spade through, go up with the ace, and the king of diamonds, and an ace of diamonds, and a heart, kind of unblocking hearts to be sure you get to that 10 of clubs. That 10 of clubs is a big, big card, and you made an over trick. And if we go back to it and take a look over here where the queen was played, that's a loser play, meaning they will make the contract. But after that, if you continue with a second one, now they're going to give an over trick. So once that happens, you look at the dummy, you got to look at that dummy. It's got ace 10 8, and they ducked the first time. So do not continue that suit, or you'll be sorry that you didn't have the 10 of clubs that they had. So just a little bit that we've talked about before, and I've modified this from back 10 years ago since we've talked about Last of Touching Honors. So when you see one of these things where it looks like it's Last of Touching, it could be Queen Jack Doubleton. We don't know for sure, but we just have to play it because they had an opening hand. Where are their points? We know they've got the King Queen of Spades, and they may not have the Ace of Hearts, but I have a hunch that they probably, when they led the Queen, it's from a sequence suit, or they would lead something else. One of these times we'll have to have several people call in. Kind of like see what the poll response is just by the people who call in, because I think our bridge takes 100 people. That would be a free-for-all, wouldn't it?
I was also thinking of a grand prize.
Mm-hmm.
We'll work on that and get back to you.
Mm-hmm. That thought has been in my mind also. So, okay, playing in 1 no trump versus 2 hearts. And so if you're in match points, of course, you get 2 tricks times 3. 0 is 60, and 50 for your part score. 110, and if you're 1 no trump for 90, and they say, they got 110 and you got 90, so you all are bottom, and these people, they get the star for being top. So when you have an 8 card fit, you normally want to be. There are some times when you have a 4-3-3 shape where it does turn out to be a little bit better, but in fact, one tip I think I've mentioned maybe once before, but from time to time I should bring this up. If you have a 5-3 fit, and relatively, spread honor some queens here and there, and you have about 28 to 30 points, you're probably going to make just as many tricks in 4 hearts or 4 spades as you will in 3 no trump, and pros will say, I'll play in 3 no trump and get an extra 10 points. But, you know, it's not with the 25 to 27 points. It's more like about 29 to 30, but that's kind of advanced stuff. So, but just to say here is that normally if you've got an 8-card fit, you do want to use the negative doubles, and you do want to try to find it. So to Howard's point there, just before we continue, the question is, would you want to overtake at some point? No, we see everybody sees the south hand, so I think that it's incumbent upon the East to say, okay, I've got to switch if I continue the suit, because they obviously, the declare took like the south hand, even with the singleton showed. Now, should there be some kind of signal by East, some kind of encouraging signal, other than playing the 4? That's kind of arguable, but that wasn't really the main point of the lesson. So I think, Howard, I'd like to go ahead, and we got so many good hands here. I don't want to drag it down too much, so let's see how we can do on number 2. Number 2. North is once again going to be the dealer. And let's take a look at the north hand, and it looks like the same hand. It is the same hand. And over by the East, it looks like the same hand there also. Okay, so 1 diamond, 1 spade. And the south hand, it looks a little bit different this time. This time you have 5 glorious hearts, king, queen, 5 times. King 3 times in clubs, king 10, 3 times that is. But you can't bid your 2 hearts because you've only got 8 points. This is a revolting experience, isn't it? So, yeah, you've got to make a negative double here. And if your partner bids another suit and you bid hearts, this does not show a type 2 double or whatever to show you have a lot of points. No, that's only with the takeout double. With a negative double, this is the way you do it. If you had 10 points, you bid the suit. It's forcing. I guess your partner's a pass hand. That's a whole nother story. But when it's you bid the suit at the 2 level, that's the 5 and 10. If not, you just have to make a negative double now. Sorry. So the auction was 1 diamond. I'm just going to show all 4 hands, I do believe. 1 spade. 1 double. Negative double by responders. Over to the west. Man, I wish I had a 3rd spade. I would be bidding 2 spades right now with just an outside ace. That would be enough. I would do it. But I don't have 5. And if I do, my partner is going to sing like a canary and will never stop probably. So, yeah, I just got to pass. Son of a gun. And the question is, should you make a responsive double? I'm not going to talk about responsive doubles, but this is the seed is made by the partner of the overcaller, or advancer, they like to call that person. So, okay, yeah, you should have 4 hearts, so your partner is like, well, okay, as far as I know, my partner in South has just got 4, so same old, same old. But you're kind of wondering, it's like, who's got all the clubs? It's not me. And after 2 hearts, you want to do 2 spades with a 6-bagger. Yeah, I would do 2 spades. But here again, I think same situation there. And so the play, I think, is not too much exciting going on here. Lead the king, 1 with the ace. You're not doing the Bath coup here. This is a suit contract. They might be a singleton. So you go ahead and play that singleton. That's play your singleton early and often. Because you may not go up with the ace the first time. And don't wait till like trick 7 or 8 to play your singletons and expect that if the ace is on side, meaning East in this case, that they're going to wait at that point. So you got to do it early if you're going to do that. So that's fine. They play a diamond and you won with the king. I think you should have won with the ace, but you couldn't show encouragement over by the East because you had Queen Doubleton. So, okay. And here comes the hearts, and they duck once more. Played that Queen of Clubs, and all right, ace, diamonds. They win that trick, but no more. We're going to start roughing in with our 9-card fit. You're usually good for another trick than you are when you've got an 8-card fit. and that's why Marty Bergen came up with his Bergen raises. And so, yeah, we were blessed with a 5-4 fit here, and nice honors. And even if they were 3-1, it probably wouldn't have mattered too much. So the strategy is going to rough one of those diamonds in the north hand, and if you're lucky, you're going to be able to get a trick on the singleton club with the queen or king on the other side. So, Howard, are you okay with the bidding on this, first of all?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I think we got some goodies coming up here. Number 4, I believe, is next. So I think north is always the dealer. And, oh my gosh. 4-3-3. Well, it had to happen sooner or later, I guess. 7 and 5. Jack third. You know me. I'm not too wild about it. Yeah, it's a little bit. I got some 10 and a 9, but yeah, gosh, a side suit. Yeah, I'm going to open this hand. Everybody else is probably going to open this. I'm not real enamored with it. 7 and 5 is, I think, 12 points, but yeah, I'm going to open a 12-pointer. Sure. So, okay. 1 diamond again, and this time over by East. East, let's say you were not vulnerable versus vulnerable. Howard, are you going to bid 1 heart or 2 hearts, or how do you feel about this hand?
1 heart.
1 heart, okay. And I'm also in agreement. And to me, this, yeah, it is like a 6-card suit. When you get Ace, King, Queen, Jack 5 times.
Well, you're too strong to preempt here. You're not going to make a jump bid to indicate weakness.
Yeah, because your partner could have all the points, and you're like, oh, I showed like little. Now, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points in quackers, but there is a 10 and a 9 with it, and I'm like, yeah, it's just not the right time to do 2 hearts. If you're playing with some world-class pros and you want to just stir it up and do something different, then God bless you. But no, it's 1 heart, so good for you, Howard. Okay, so south hand. Yeah, this is the time we can bid 1 spade. Hoo-hoo, because we have 5. Remember, when they bid the heart suit, we have to have 5, or else we make the negative double. But here, we have 5, and we proudly show that to our partner in case our partner has 3. You don't like to play Moisey and fits. You know, Alphonse Moisey said, oh, 4-3 fits are good enough. We prefer not to play that. So, okay, I'm going to, I think, show all the 4 hands here. And so after 1 diamond, 1 heart, 1 spade, 1 pass, then our partner's like, oh, okay, you've got 5 spades, do you? Because you bid 1 spade. You do not have 4. You have 5. I like this, that we agree on what everybody else does, and we now learned that too. So we can bid 2 spades without any fear or trepidation, knowing their partner has 5. Okay, so at this point, some people will rebid this suit. You know, it's almost like a 6-card suit when you've got Ace, King, Queen, Jack. But boy, if you're vulnerable, you know, good luck to you on the other 3 suits. You know, it's like, I don't know. But, no, you'd have to come in at the 3 level, and you're not going to do that. You know, if it was like you had the higher suit, it was spades, and they were doing hearts. But ain't no way you're going to do 3 hearts. So forget that stuff. Okay, so I do believe that we are, let's see, let me make sure I'm caught up here on my projector. We are on 2 spades. Anything else that you'd want to do? And this is for Howard. Anything else you'd want to do after 2 spades? I doubt it.
Lead the hearts from the top.
Yeah, lead the hearts from the
Take
top.
at least 3.
That's what we're sure hoping for. Yeah. Okay, so
no,
we don't.
I guess there's no point in playing the 4th one.
Yeah. So
you get the first 3 tricks.
yeah, we want to. Let's watch the signals here and see what happens. We play the ace, and oh, I'm sorry. Oh, it's coming from the other side. Excuse me. That's right, because it's a bit in the south. Okay, so lead the top
Oh.
from a doubleton, and so now in this case, obviously, yeah, we're going to play lowest of sequence, and so okay, so fine, and we're looking at this time, unlike all the rest of them. North is the dumé, as the French would say. That's one word I know. Oh, and finesse too. So, so you've won the jack. So you're looking at the north hand. You've seen your partner play the 8, and you see tripleton in the dummy in hearts. So what next?
Play the Queen of Hearts.
Queen of hearts it
And then the
is.
Queen of Hearts.
Okay, and they chose to play the queen, I guess, but yeah. And your partner completed the high-low sequence, so it looks to me like if you can trust your partner, it's
No, now everybody knows that East has the Ace and King also.
yes, that is true. But you know they kind of went high-low, and when 3-3 in the north-south is, this is not maybe the best one to do false cards, and that's an interesting point. Don't false card every hand just to kind of confuse. False card only the ones where you make them guessing. If you false card early and often, it's like, well, that guy likes to false card whenever he can. So I would not do them needlessly.
I might add guy or lady.
Oh, honey, or lady. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that, sweetie. Okay, so they continue with a third heart, and it's a low club by, I got to show all 4 hands now. It's a low club by East with the ace 5 times. How do you feel about that, Howard? Do you think she should have shown a little more encouragement with a 7 of
Well,
clubs?
do we have an agreement on what the first discard signal is?
Well, let's say it is standard.
Well, if it's standard, well, no. Then you don't want to discard the 2 of clubs.
Yeah, I think that's probably like,
Probably discard the 7 of clubs.
I think so. I think the 7 would have been a gooder play. Good catch. Okay.
Gooder?
I mean, I prefer odd even. I would.
Well, let's talk
discard
about
the
that a
5, but if
second.
you're playing standard, yeah, I'd say discard the 7.
Let's
I
talk
mean,
about
encouraging.
discards for a minute. This is a great conversation. Discards. So there is the standard. Nothing wrong with that. And there is what Howard said, which is the odd even. So if you play an odd card, like the 5 or the 7, you say, I like that suit. And what's another one? Laventhal?
Well, you could. There are other agreements you could have. You could decide to play upside down standard,
And that's what I was
the
gonna say,
2
but
would be encouraging, and the 7 would be discouraging. Laventhal is versus no trump.
Some
I
play-
mean, I had
people
one
play it
partner
elsewhere.
that wanted to use it against suits. But
Exactly.
I think Laventhal
Yeah.
is.
So anyway, the upside down is very popular with more advanced players, and they would then play a low to show that I do like that suit. They do the opposite of the rest of the people. In Laventhal, you play a low-ranking suit to ask for a low-ranking card, and a high-ranking of the suit to ask for the next high-ranking suit for that card. So we won't get into that, but those are the common ones that we see out there. So, okay, thank you for that, bringing that up. So, at any rate, they play the Queen of Diamonds, not seeing what else, but based upon the dummy. Maybe a partner's got a king, and you're going to split your king-queen honors, as best they're guessing. And so they win with the ace and play the spades. It's a finesse, I'm hoping. Let's see what happens. Yeah, they do a finesse for the East. So if we go back to trick 1, and you're thinking, yeah, the finesse can only really work one way here. And if you start with a jack, then, yeah, they're probably going to take 2 of your honors for 1 of theirs. But if you play like start with a low, it might be a better play. So let's see how this person plays it. And it goes with the King of Hearts we saw, and then the Queen of Diamonds, win with the ace, a low spade to the ace. Okay, you're going to come back. Yeah, you come back to your hand. They still have some more. That's somewhat of a longer suit, but okay. a 3 to the 10 to the king. Okay, you weren't going to catch both of them there. So, at any rate, it looks like you're going to make your contract and have no extra breathing room. So, just taking a look at it from a points perspective, just to do kind of general hand analysis, is that we do have our 5-3 fit. Our points, we have 7 plus, what did we say, 12, I think it was. Oh, 13 if you counted that check. So we only have half the points in the deck. So with kind of flattish hands, and oh, by the way, that was completely flat, we shouldn't really expect too many tricks with just half the tricks in the deck. And for them, did they have a double fit? Well, sort of. Yeah, they did have, when you've got like 100 honors there, the top 100 honors, and a 5-3 fit in clubs, but sadly the king queen are behind the ace. So yeah, I think that's probably just kind of looking at the hands without actually, play by play of the cards, is things you might think about when you're doing kind of some postmortems and, should we have gone to 3 hearts? Well, no, north was a flat 3-3, yada yada. But the point of this, remember, was that when it went 1x and it went 1 heart, you only bid 1 spade when you've got 5 or more. Otherwise, you use our friend, the negative double. Okay, so let's see what we've got for our next hand here. Are we plugging through these too fast, Grace?
We are getting through them. Does anybody have any input on the hands that you've seen?
We'll go to hand 5. We had a couple more here, but let's see how this rascal goes. Okay, north is the dealer, I do believe. And what do we got here? 7 and 5 and 3. Is that right? 7 and 5 and 3. I think I would do a 1 no trump, wouldn't it? Yeah. I don't know why I think for like opening 1 diamond, but I would certainly do 1 no trump with this. In fact, I think the previous hand, I did want to comment on that, if I could go back to that for a second. Load deal number 4. Okay. So that was the 12-pointer, wasn't it? 7 and 5 and 1 question mark. So if you're playing something like the precision system, or you're playing against somebody who plays precision, and they've got this 12 to 15 point opening range, they're going to open this one no trump all day long. If you're playing against somebody who is playing ACOL, A-C-O-L, the Brits or the Aussies, they like to use this range also. They will open a 4-card major, used to anyway, but the traditional way. But yeah, they'll still open this 1 no trump. So it's kind of interesting, kind of it changes the auction a little bit, but it's something just to kind of be aware of when different people sometimes have different results at different tables. If you're playing duplicate, or you're playing with somebody from another country, is something to kind of be aware of. And so as we get to this hand number 5, I think is where we're at. Let's say that you happen to be playing against somebody from Australia or the Kaplan Scheinwald Convention, or one of those that you don't hear hardly anybody play anymore, but 12 to 14 no trump opening range, and they'll say, well, I've got 15, so I can't open 1 no trump because that's with 12 to 14. So they need to start off with 1 diamond. So that's what I'm going to do. We're playing against the people who, whatever system is, they open 1 diamond based upon their system. They'll rebid 1 no trump to show 15 to 17. That's alertable by their partner. But so far, it's going to be a 1 diamond. Okay, into the south hand, east hand. And east is now, Howard, I'm not even going to say the vulnerability. Would you make 1 heart or 2 hearts with ace, king, queen, jack, 6?
They're too strong to preempt. Assuming that 2 hearts means a preempt, we've got more than 10, and that's too much for 2 hearts. I would say 1 heart.
Okay, some people will, others won't. So let's
It
say,
depends on what you put on your convention card. What does a jump to 2 mean?
yeah, right. But let's do this
Also,
just to
I
kind of
would
make
say
it.
it's weak.
Thank you. Let's make it more interesting. Let's say it was pass and then 1 diamond.
I still would bid only 1
You
heart.
win heart. Okay, some
mean,
people are going to do.
West could have a 10-point hand for all I know.
Yeah. So at any rate, this person, for whatever reason, they're doing 2 hearts, and that's not Howard's style. And I don't know, some of the rest of you out there, what do you think? I'll bet you we have some takers who are going to do 2 hearts with this hand because it's got 1 queen and 1 jack on the side suits, and those are not going to develop tricks. And Howard's making the point, well, I've got 6 tricks. Michael, you keep on talking about suit quality. If it's 9 or more, then it's a semi-self-sustaining suit. So I've got like 4 honors and 6 long. I've got more than 9. I've got 10. And oh, by the way, I have all the top ones. So I don't even have to use that suit quality stuff. I can see I got 6 tricks, even if they have 10 5 times. Well, yeah, it'd have to be 10 5 times against you. The 6-5-2-0 or 6-5-1-1. That's not going to happen. So, any rate, any others coming in, Grace?
Yeah, we've got Bernice saying that if West passed and she would bid 2 hearts. John says, want to make South difficult bid, so 2 heart works. Ed said 2 heart makes it more difficult for the opponent. And John says in second seat 1 hearts, like Howard says.
Yeah, so that is wonderful input. Thank you all, because it shows different styles. And this is where, if you're playing against robots, you hear about in chess where the deep blue, where, can beat any of the Grand Life Masters. In chess, this is different. Here with bridge, it's like different people are going to have different things, even at different times. We're not always logical and reliable in the same way. Sometimes we mix it up, as they say. But for those who say, I feel like I've got 6 tricks, and that means I have a 7 losing trick count hand, you'll find that most of your hands are going to be, even when you find a fit, are about 7 losing trick count hand. They're 12 to 14 point openers. So when Howard says, I do 1 hearts, because Howard, you'll rebid this suit, won't you?
Yeah, and if your agreement allows you to bid 2 hearts at this stage, then you can't preempt. What if you just had ace, queen, jack, 6, and nothing else?
They would do it
if
with
your
both.
2 hearts promises a strong hand, then you don't have a weak overcall, do you? A weak jump overcall.
Well, that brings up another point. There are very few, but there are some people that play these intermediate bids, but in an overcall with like 10 to 14 points they'll do it. But there's so few of those. But yeah, it's very good what Howard said is, think about your partnership style. And I would agree that when it comes to, if it was 1 diamond, and then over here it was 1 heart, that a lot of people would say that's very fundamentally sound. But if it's pass, you're going to find a lot more. They're going to say, oh, no, I'm going to do 2 hearts now. And that's, here again, know thy partner. So, okay, so for those that were going to do the 2 hearts is what I wanted to try to make it happen. Maybe make some different honors there so that Howard and others feel comfortable. Get rid of the king and the jack, and you're not vulnerable or whatever. So South now, you don't have your 10 points, so even though you have a 5-card suit, a nice 5-card suit, you can't do 2 spades. So the point of this is that you must make a double. I said, like, what about if they goes to 4 hearts? Well, I don't think I would make a double with ace king, and that's it. So and tripleton in the heart. So I'm a little less sanguine about that. But here, yeah, that's your only option, is to try to do that. And I don't think that after 2 hearts, West. I got to go show all 4 hands. My apology, Grace.
Yes, you have to show
Remind
all 4
me.
hands.
Pay attention. So yeah, make a double, a negative double, and I think it's going to be a pass. And to the north hand, yeah, you're going to do 2 spades. Yeah, your partner's saying they have spade support. Don't know that it's 4, but a 4-4 fit is fine. We've only got a doubleton in the East heart suit, so yeah, we're cool with this whole thing. Especially if you're ever playing, 12 to 14 no trumps and you've got 15 points. It's like, yeah, they're trying to steal one from us. So, in fact, you got to ask yourself, is 2 spades enough? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. Boy, it's right on the fence to making a 3-spade bid, isn't it? At any rate, they decided to play in 2 spades. I think some people would say on that auction they're going to do 3 spades inviting. But no, partner doesn't have 10 points, do they? If partner said spades at 2 level, then you would go ahead and certainly invite 3. But they didn't. Okay, so opening lead. Oh, I don't think we probably need to do it on this one. We can pretty much see what's going on, so I don't think I even played this one out. So declare you're going to lose 2 hearts, and you're going to lose a club, and you're going to lose a diamond, and you've got all the tops. So yeah, you're gonna make 3. So if it went to 3 spades, you invited, fine, just fine. Okay, Howard, anything else you have on that one? Thanks for your input, by the way. That was very helpful.
I would just say you all know how effective preemptive bids are. So I guess in deciding what kind of agreements to make, obviously if you make one choice, you give up something else. But preempt is usually something I don't want to give up because I get weak hands a lot more often than strong ones.
Lovely. Beautifully said. Okay.
Well, you know how effective preempts are. You might open the bidding and the next person comes in with 3 spades. You're very irritated. Well, that's why I don't want to give those up.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay.